What's up, MetaFam? It's your main dude. Back right here on the channel with the brand new deck profile. This is my Blue Eyes White Dragon deck profile for the January 2026 format, you guys. But this one features Dragon Master Magia. Let's go, man. Let's get into the profile. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. And stay tuned, because at the end of this video, we're going to have the combo tutorial showing you guys how to get to that Magia, you guys. Let's go. Woo!
The game is about to begin.
All right, you guys, let's go. We're gonna start off with the monsters. I believe I have a total of 26 monsters in the deck, you guys. Starting things off, I gotta go with the 2 vanilla Blue Eyes White Dragons, you guys. This card right here, I think is great at 2. I think 3 is a little bit too much. 2 is the perfect number in my personal opinion for this. It just keeps recycling itself. They keep coming back. Next card, 3 of Sage of the Eyes of Blue, you guys. This card's mandatory. This is probably this is arguably the best normal summon in the deck next to Ether Barrel, but this card right here just does so much. The effect to add is not once per turn, you guys, so if you're able to do the additional normal summon, you could go ahead and normal summon your second copy of Sage, if you had it, to search again, man. And then it also has the cool effect to pitch itself from hand, target a monster on the field, and send that monster to the grave to special summon Blue Eyes from the deck. It's just another way for you to get Blue Eyes to the field, into the graveyard, essentially, because you need to just keep bringing them back. Next card, 3 Maiden of White, you guys. This card is probably the best card in the deck. In order for the combo to get off on your full combo in this deck, you have to see this card right here for sure, man. This card, she pitches herself from hand to set the True Light from deck to the field, straight up, you guys, so you're able to activate the True Light effect. Also has a couple other good effects that, you could use if you're in a pinch. For instance, if a card targets her, or if she's targeted for an attack, she could special summon a level 1 tuner or Blue Eyes White Dragon from the grave. So just another way to special summon Blue Eyes. And then also when she's in the grave, you guys, from pitching herself, if you special summon Blue Eyes, she has the effect to special summon herself from the grave once per turn. So to me, just definitely needed at 3. I would play 4 copies if I could, you guys. Next card is the next normal summon, dude, is Ether Barrel for the Primite Engine, you guys. This card's definitely needed at 3. It sets a card from the deck. There's not too many cards out there right now that could stop a set besides like Effect Veiler or Imperm to target this card. But if they don't have that, you guys are going to be able to set the card, a Primite card from the deck. Going into the Drill Beam or going into the Lordly Load. What I like best about the Primite Engine is just the circle, you guys. They all get into each other in some kind of way. So got to run 3 of those. Getting into the hand traps. Slash starters, I guess that you can consider this card a starter, is a Effect Veiler at 3. Since it's a level 1 spellcaster, you can normal summon this card to link off to the spirit, but just at 3, I still think that Effect Veiler is a great card to have right now in the meta, dude. It's not once per turn either. It's just on your opponent's turn. But the only thing is it has to hit the grave, you guys. So if for some reason they turn off the grave, then you won't be able to go into this. Otherwise, still a solid card and a solid choice for hand trap. Next card, most versatile hand trap there is, Ash Blossom Joyous Spring. Need to run this at 3. You got to stop any of their advantage. Even when they try to gain more advantage, Ash Blossom is the best. And then, the main reason why I feel like this card's still needed is because when you play against Draco Tail or when you play against Branded, man, their 1 fusion spell could just go so freaking far. You want to be able to stop it, you guys, and Ash Blossom's the perfect card for it. Another hand trap that I feel is definitely needed at 3 right now, man, is Ghost Bell Haunted Mansion. For anybody that plays Yummy or Mitsurugi or anything that has effects from the grave, you guys, this card's freaking epic. Stop all that, stop the Reborns, stop anything from banishment. It's pretty cool, dude. But yeah, I have, I guess, a built-in version of this in the deck already, which is Spirit. But this card's just good to have at 3 because it just comes up, man. Another one I feel like I needed to have at 3 and is Drone Lockbird for this format, you guys. I feel like this is needed at 3. Every deck I think in the game adds. There might be like 3 or 4 of them that don't, but I think every deck in the game adds. So being able to stop it is crazy. I know a lot of people think that this is a contender for the ban list, and I'm not mad at them for thinking that, but I just feel like this is a necessary evil, man. And For anybody watching this, I actually chose to go, I chose 3 Droll over the 3 Fuwalos. I am not running Fuwalos in this build, you guys. I just feel like it clashes with this card, and I just feel like Droll does a little bit more than Fuwalos in this day and age in the game, you guys. So yeah, unfortunately, you guys, sorry to break it to you, no Fuwalos, but 3 Drolls mandatory in the main. And then my last 3 cards, this is actually for the Magia stuff. I'm running the 2 Magician Souls and the 1 Illusion of Chaos, you guys, because you need to have the Chaos Ritual monster in order to make the Magia. And then this is just a good draw engine altogether. I was actually testing it with 1-in-1, but I felt like I didn't see it enough. So I actually just included the second copy of the Souls, you guys. And in this combo that I could show you guys, you're automatically gonna get 1 free draw off of this no matter what. So you draw into a hand trap or something else you need to extend your combo, I think that's great. So that's a total of 26 monsters right there, guys. And now we're off to the spells, guys. Here we go. We got best spell in the freaking deck, dude. Let's go. My man Chris knows what's up. 3 Wishes with the Eyes of Blue. You guys got to run this at 3. I feel like I've seen so many builds, dude, on social media and stuff where people are running this at 2, bro. And it, to me, doesn't make sense. I mean, I get it, the reason why, but to me, consistency just rules all, you guys. And you want to have the most consistent Blue Eyes decks when you're playing out there. I feel like you definitely need to run this at 3. You pitch 1 for cost to add 1 level 1 light spellcaster and a spell or trap that mentions Blue Eyes in its name. So it's a 2 for 2 equal, but you're unbreaking your hand, dude, in the process. And yes, definitely want to save, if you're the opponent to Blue Eyes, you definitely want to save the Ash for this card, dude, right here, because that resolves, they're pretty much giving some pluses. Gonna go ahead and now go the rest of the Blue Eye spells. I run the 1 Mausoleum of Light. This is the field spell. Need to run it at 1 for the combo. It's just a way to facilitate the Blue Eyes, tutor the Blue Eyes out from the deck to the graveyard, which is where it needs to be. That's pretty much all you really use it for. And then also the additional normal summon does come up once in a while too. The main essential thing for the combo though is getting the Blue Eyes to the graveyard, you guys. That's the main thing. It also has that graveyard effect where you could add the Burst Stream of Destruction, but we don't run that in here. That's just overkill. Also run the 1 Roar of the Blue-Eyed Dragons. This one special summons Blue Eyes from the deck, grave, or banishment. So if for some reason your Blue Eyes gets bestialed, you don't have to worry too much, especially if you haven't used this card yet. But it's a 1 special the Blue Eyes, which essentially specials the Maiden and gets you your Synchro. You're just locked into dragons though when you activate that card, which is not a big deal. I'm gonna show you guys my extra deck. Last Blue Eyes card we have for the spells is Ultimate Fusion, is actually needed for the Magia combo. This is probably the only card that I added in this deck that actually could probably make the cut for my regular Blue Eyes deck, because this card is actually pretty good. If you use a Blue Eyes as material on the field, you're able to pop that many cards after you fusion summon, and it's all 1 effect, you guys. So actually pretty good, and it's a quick play spell, dude. So it's one of the few, it's a fusion interrupter card, which is pretty good. And then for the Primite stuff, you guys are running the 3 Lordly Load, because you have to. Lordly Load gets you to the Ether Barrel. Ether Barrel gets you to the Lordly Load. So it's essentially 6 copies. And then the 1 Drill Beam, you guys. I'm only running the 1 Drill Beam. I was practicing at 2, play testing at 2, but I just felt like 2's a little bit too much. You just see it a little bit too much, and you want to get the setup going in order to get the Drill Beam, you know. So sometimes it's cool. You might open this and a Blue Eyes, which is cool. It'll make this live, but you're only going to be able to activate it 1 time. You kind of want it all in the package. So that's it for the spells, you guys. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spells in the deck. And now let's go to the traps, you guys. We got the 3 Infinite Imperm. Still one of the best hand traps in my personal opinion, dude. Being able to activate this from your hand is freaking crazy. A 3 of it's not once per turn. Also, if you're able to set it, you lock out that zone that it's on, man. It comes in clutch, dude. I feel like Imperm is just one of those like everlasting hand traps that's gonna be here for a while. And then I cut this card down to 2, the Dominus Purge. I was running it at 3, but making room for the Magia stuff, I had to cut it down to 2. I feel like 2's still a pretty good number for this card. And it's just a plus, man, if you're able to negate destroy. If you put a trap in the graveyard beforehand, which you're able to do with stuff like Wishes and stuff like that. You could pitch a trap for cost just to have that negate destroy effect for this card. Run the 1 True Light, needed at 1. This card is freaking broken now that it can be placed from the deck face up. Freaking crazy. And last card is Majesty of the White Dragons, you guys. This card right here just breaks boards. You want to see this with 2 blue eyes, you guys, in the grave or on the field or in the hand. It just destroys. It's non-targeting destruction, which gets rid of some crazy boss monster type stuff, man. And being able to pop that back row is just insane. So that's it for the deck, you guys. That's 43 cards in the main. All right, you guys, going into the extra deck. Let's go. Starting things off with Super Star Slayer Typhons, Sky Crisis. Can't wait to see this card as an ulti, by the way, in the next OTS set. But this card just needed, you guys. I feel like it's just like it's kind of like the last resort button, I guess, in the deck, where if your opponent just doing sometimes, man, you need to shut off those 3K or higher attack monsters, man. There's some crazy stuff out there. So one of the last resorts I feel like I go into is this in order to bounce it back. And sometimes that could be the difference between winning the game and losing the game, man. And even though a lot of people might disagree on this choice in the extra deck, I feel like it's needed, man. Because a lot of people go into the extra deck and it's just pretty much free for anything. You just got to get 1 monster on board. So I'm running it at 1. Going into the links, I run the 3 Spirit with Eyes of Blue. I think it's mandatory at 3 too, because just in the grind game, you guys, a lot of times I do find myself going into the grind games, and most of the time I could most likely, if I have the right stuff, I could win in the grind game. But I feel like I do need the 3rd one. It does come up a lot. So this is the card when on summon, it gets you to the field spell. You either add it to your hand or you discard it to the grave. And then also has the effect to contribute itself to special summon Blue Eyes White Dragon or an actual Blue Eyes monster from your hand or grave. But if it isn't a Blue Eyes White Dragon vanilla, it can attack. So more than likely, you're going to go into your Blue Eyes when you go into this. Free special for Blue Eyes, which means a free maiden. Last for the links, I got the 2 Hieratic Seals. I was testing it at 1, you guys. I feel like the second one definitely comes up, especially because this is a non-targeting bounce, you guys. It gets rid of those boss monsters, man. And then also, man, if you're playing against light or dark, you're able to go in the Kaikimero Drago, man. And to me, it's crazy. And then also, too, for Hieratic Seals, what's good about this is you could either bring out a Blue Eyes, which will make your Drill Beam live if you have it set on the field, or you could go into the Ether Barrel, you guys, to at least get it to the field. And if your opponent attacks it, send it to the grave, you're going to get it back on the standby phase. So it's a way to tutor out the other engine just in case you don't draw into it if you have to. So that's why I run it at 2. And then going into the synchros, I run the 2 Blue Eye Spirit Dragon. This card's Mando. I think 3's a little bit too much. 2's a perfect number for this card as well. But it has the built-in graveyard effect, which is freaking fire. Also has the quick effect to tag out into another Dragon Synchro monster from the extra deck, man. So that's freaking insane. Definitely needed that too. And then some of the options you can tag out into is the Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon, which this is a good combo with Spirit to go into this, is because this is an Omni Negate, but the effect has to activate on board. But it also floats as well. In the end phase, if it gets destroyed by battle or card effect or by the effect of the Spirit Dragon, it's able to special summon a Blue Eyes monster back from the grave. So you could special summon your Spirit right back, dude, to have that graveyard negate once again on the next turn. And then I play Ancient Fairy Life Dragon. This is for the OTK. If you go into the battle phase and you end off in a Spirit and a Blue Eyes with True Light out, you're probably going to win the game if your opponent can't stop the attacks, because you're able to tag out with Spirit, and it'll special in defense because of the effect of Spirit Dragon. But this card could actually attack while it's in defense, and it has 30, and its defense is applied for the attack, so it's at 3,300. So that's the OTK. Lightstorm Dragon, this is the last of the synchros. This one could be tagged out with Spirit Dragon, but could also be hard made in this deck. And this card right here blows up back row. As many vanilla monsters as you have in the grave +1, destroy your opponent's back row. And then if this card is sent from the field to the grave, you're able to set a spell or trap, but it can only be activated when a normal monster is on board. So man, that's all the time with your Blue Eyes. Great, great card. They need to rarity bump that for sure. And then going into the last of the fusions, we got Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Need to run this at 2 because it comes up more than once. One is pushing the line, but just to be able to clear the board, man, in the grind game situation is just crazy. And then the effect for this card to set the trap after the damage step is just nuts, man. To be able to recycle Majesty and to be able to continue breaking your opponent's board. But more than likely, man, if you resolve that twice, you're probably gonna win the game. And then for the Magia stuff, this is the stuff I kind of had to adjust in the extra deck. I have to run the vanilla Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. I wish Neil's Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon had the name of Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon because it would be like leagues better, but you have to run the vanilla, unfortunately, because this is a required material for the Magia summon. And then last but not least, I play Dragon Master Magia, you guys. This card is just the win more card. I feel like the deck could still perform very well on its own without having to go into the package. But dude, if you guys summon this, it's pretty much like you win, you guys, because this card can negate a monster effect, a spell, and a trap each once per turn, dude, which is crazy. And then if this card leaves the field, you're able to special summon a Blue Eyes monster, I want to say from your extra deck or graveyard, a Blue Eyes or a Blackluster Soldier monster, dude. So you're able to just float back into either your Spirit Dragon, your Ultimate Spirit Dragon, or even a Blue Eyes White Dragon if you need to just keep going, man. So that's all 15 of my extra deck, you guys. Pretty crazy. All right, you guys, now we're going into the side. The side might not apply to everybody, you guys. You know, different locals, different regionals, different areas, stuff like that. But I just want to show you guys what I would be playing right here. If anybody in my area goes up against this deck, this is what I'm going with, you guys, just for a, you know, a template for you at home. Here we go, you guys. Starting things off, we're going with the 2 thrusts. Thrust is a great card. It is droll bait, you guys, but hey, man, if you're gonna lose to droll, you might as well go out in style. If they don't have the droll, you guys, you're gonna do some crazy stuff with this card, because I also run the 1 talent. You know, the thrust gets you into the talent, and then also the prosperity. For the targets, you guys, these are the, for me, I side these in going second, only because being able to take one of your opponent's monsters is definitely an option you want to keep open when you go for talent. So I feel like if the Magia stuff, if I didn't have the Magia stuff, more than likely this would be in the main. But since it is, I side this and I want to play this going second. And then Prosperity just dig into the deck deeper for either the talent or the thrust if I have to do some crazy stuff, get around other things. So that's my little thrust package that I run. I play the 1 Called by the Grave if I'm going first, you guys. Just, man, if you see that one of that, it's just so strong, dude, being able to stop the droll or that key Ash. Yeah, I just run the 1 of that. Probably would be in the main too if I wasn't playing the Magia stuff, but that's fine. In the side, I'm also got the Lancia. This is for the Malice matchup, man. I always have a bad matchup against Malice. Shout out to my boy, Coach Kev. He knows what's up, man. But this card just stops Malice, at least for a turn, you guys. And really, this all the Blue Eyes deck really needs is 1 turn. I run the 1 Quaikimero Drago, you guys. Spit this card out with the Hieratic Seal. This card just shuts down Yummy, man. R.I.P. Yummy. But yeah, you guys, if you notice, this is the only one that ain't max rarity, you guys. So stay tuned. When I come back with the next deck profile, I'll have this as an ulti. But yeah, I got to run that at 1. I run the 2 Nibiru, you guys, because it does come up. Some people do not give Nibiru the credit it deserves when they start comboing off. And sometimes you could really punish your opponent with a nib. But a lot of decks out there can play around this or can play through this, which I feel like this card is definitely not in the main no more for me because of that fact, but it does come up. So as of right now, I have 2 copies in the side. And then my trap lineup in the side, you guys, I'm running the Solemn Brigade, 2 strike, 1 judgment, because judgment's at 1. Otherwise, this will be 3 judgment. But strike is just as good in my personal opinion, and it's less life points. But to be able to negate a summon, you guys, is freaking crazy, man. And I think that's the difference between winning the match and losing the match is 1 summon, because 1 summon could get you into 10 summons. So if you know which summon to kill, you guys, these cards are crazy. And then last but not least, last trap, I run the 1 skill drain, you guys, because it's pretty much free in this Blue Eyes deck. All the Blue Eyes cards are like 3K beaters or 2,500 or greater. So being able to flip this, and if your opponent can't really do no monster effects and they have no out to this, more than likely you're just going to beat them to death for the win. So that's my side deck, guys. Here it is, guys. This is the combo tutorial to summon the Dragon Master Magia, you guys. And as you can see, these are the 5 cards in my hand. Really doesn't matter what these 3 are, but if you could open up any way with either Magician Souls and or Illusion of Chaos, and then a way to get to the wishes, you guys. But just to make it easy for this video, we're going to open up with both of these. This is how we're going to do the combo, you guys. So first things first, you're going to reveal the Magician Souls to dump the Illusion of Chaos to the grave, and this will special summon. Then you could go ahead and activate the wishes, pitch for cost, and you're going to go ahead and add the Maiden and the Ultimate Fusion. Okay. And then from here, guys, you could activate this effect if you had to or not, but you could just go ahead and link it off. You can go ahead and link for Spirit with Eyes of Blue. Spirit effect's going to let you get the field spell. Add it to hand. So now these are your 5 cards in your hand right here, you guys. You're going to go ahead and activate the Mausoleum. And then you're going to activate Mausoleum effect, target the Spirit to dump the Blue Eyes. Then you're going to go ahead and activate Maiden effect from your hand. Pitch to place the True Light from deck to the field. Then you're going to go ahead and activate Spirit effect, tribute to special. You're going to go ahead and special the Blue Eyes. And then in a new chain, Maiden effect in the graves, going to special herself because you specialed the Blue Eyes. Then from here, you guys, you will go Wishes, Banish from the grave. We'll go ahead and banish to target the Blue Eyes. That's an equipped with the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. And then from right here, you guys could go ahead and synchro. You can go ahead into the Spirit Dragon. Now, you guys, from here, this is your 5th summon. So your opponent would have to nib you here, you guys. If they do not nib you here, then you're in the clear because you have everything set up in the grave ready for the Ultimate Fusion. So if you wanted to right now, you could go Ultimate Fusion. They'll send back the materials from grave, hand, or field back into the deck. So you're going to go ahead and go the Illusion of Chaos and the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Those will shuffle back in. This will go back to the extra deck. This will go back to the deck. And that'll special summon out Dragon Master Magia, you guys. And then not only that, this is pretty good. This is a pretty good board just having these 2 right here. You could even go True Light effect, you guys, to set the Majesty for another form of interruption. And you still have 2 cards in your hand, you guys. All right, guys, that concludes my deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope you guys enjoyed this Magia. But stay tuned, you guys, because we're going to have plenty more deck profiles right here on the channel, baby. Stay tuned. Also, if you liked the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, baby. And if you ain't already, be sure to subscribe to the Meta Bros right here on YouTube, you guys, because this is where all the action's happening. Everything with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is happening right here, you guys. And if you guys ain't already, be sure to beat down that notification bell, baby. Get notified every time we upload new content right here, my dudes. Woo! Let's go, man. Check us out on all social media, guys, on Instagram. We're here, baby. Till next time, stay tuned with your main dude. Woo!